like dripping, sometimes maybe even drooling. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Danielle, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, y'all already know y'all the real MVPs. And whether you are new or returning, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and click the bell so that we can run these numbers up. So the time has arrived, y'all. We have crossed the finish line of our 1 month in braces, and as promised, I am here to share with you guys my 1 month update. So whether you are new to braces, thinking about getting braces, about to get braces next week, got braces yesterday, or just nosy and want to know what it's like to have braces, then this is the video for you. So in some of my previous videos leading up to this one, I did give you guys, like, you know, little hints. I said, you know, things like it was hard for me to get used to speaking and talking with these braces, but I didn't really give you guys the full tea, the full juice, the full insight of what it's like to have braces. So we about to get into all of that. I got my notes right here, and I am about to tell you guys each and every little thing that I experienced in this first month. And you would think it's just a month. How much could you have experienced? Let me tell you, it has been a lot, because of course this is a new situation for me. So of course your body has to adjust and adapt. So let's just get right into this and let's talk about it. We are going to start with what I began to tell you guys about 2-3 videos ago. So in my video, I'm back trip to San Diego, I had said that one of the reasons why I had been taking such a long break from YouTube was because I had to adjust, basically adjust and adapt to speaking. My body was trying to get used to having something foreign in it, and by something foreign, we're talking about my braces. Now, I couldn't talk. I had to figure out how to like rework my mouth and all of that, and there's several reasons why. I kind of think in that video I just told you guys that I had to learn how to speak again. I kind of mentioned little things here and there, but let me go into full details. So number one, when you first get braces, your mouth is about to be watery, okay? Like watery, like dripping, sometimes maybe even drooling. You're gonna have to take a lot of swallows. You are going to be like, yo, what is going on in my mouth? This is what's happening. So anytime you put something foreign, food, straw, toothpick, gum, in your mouth, your body gets a signal sent to its brain to start the digestion process because something is in your mouth. Well, the same exact thing happens when you have braces. So now you have this foreign object put in your mouth, and now your body's still thinking it needs to start digesting. So your body is now producing extra saliva in your mouth because there's something foreign in there, and it's starting that whole digestion process. And y'all, that has been the number one thing, has been the hardest for me to get used to, is this juicy mouth. Like all this extra saliva, all this extra salivation, it has calmed down a lot, but it's still very present. As you can hear as I'm talking and you hear a lot of this smacking, is because the saliva is heavy. And when you are a talker like myself, I talk a lot. If you talk to me, I will talk back, okay? I am a talker. I talk. So if anybody around me is talking, I'm going to talk. And when you're a talker, I feel like it's even worse. I feel like if like people who are just like kind of to themselves and quiet, maybe they'd be good. The mouth be cool, no problems. But me as a talker, I know I have to take a lot of breaths. I have to, again, swallow the saliva a lot, and I have to adjust Like if I'm leaning down like this, I remember one time I was leaning down like this and some drool came out, okay? Just know that that's gonna be the case when you have braces. You're gonna be smacking, you're gonna be drooling, you're gonna have super duper duper juicy mouth, okay? It is what it is, okay? Hopefully it gets better along the way, but in this first month, very present. And one of the things that I have learned to kind of curb it just a little bit, let me show y'all. Water. So whenever your mouth is excessively juicy, I just take a little bit of water and swallow it down, okay? Water is going to be the key. That's the only thing that's gonna help you get through the extra salivation. So I suggest you keep a water bottle, keep a water cup, something, a hydro flask, something nearby, all right? And all right. Now, in addition to the watery mouth, you're also going to experience a little something else on the outside of your mouth. It's gonna be the exact opposite of the inside. So while the inside's all wet, juicy, slobbery, and all of that, the outside gonna be the opposite. It's gonna be dry. My lips, when I tell you I have had to keep all of the lip oils, scrubs, moisturizers, overnight creams on deck, y'all, my lips have been so dry. So dry, it's not even funny. And it's crazy because you'll be able to like bend down your lip and there'll be like a dry line, like all the parts that are exposed to the air on the outside, it'll be super dry, and as soon as you bend down your lip, there'll be like a crispy line, and then on the inside your mouth gonna be wet. It's just like, it's, to me that makes absolutely no sense because it's such polar opposites. How you have wet and dry at the same time? How? Just how? But that just means you have to step it up when it comes to the lip care. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use to keep my lips moisturized and not feeling all dry and cracked, because trust me, the dryness is so real, it's not even funny. That's why when y'all be seeing my videos, my mouth be all extra glossy and I do not care. That's why, because I'm not about to be walking around here with no super dry lips. I don't care if they have to be oily, juicy, dripping with oil. We gonna keep it like that because I cannot have dry, cracked lips. It's just, oh, it's so like, no. But I'm gonna show y'all some of the products that I use on my lips to keep it together, because you know it's a lot. So the first one I have is for nighttime, and mind you, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, form, or fashion, so if you want to go buy these, go ahead. Okay, I'll put all the links to all the products that I'm using in the description box. But y'all, this has been kind of a lifesaver. This is the Burt Bees. Yeah, Burt Bees. This is the overnight moisturizing cream. So it looks like this. Comes in one of these little like tubs like this. And as you can see on the inside, and all I do at night is I just take a little spoonful, rub it on my lips, and go to sleep. It has been helping with extra moisture at nighttime, but y'all, it's still a little rough. But when I tell you I got all of the daytime moisturizers, I got all of them, okay? Let's look. We got a whole bunch. I have the LYS Speak Love Lip Gloss. As you can see, this one's almost gone, so I replaced this one with a few other products, but I do use this. I also use, of course, Vaseline. This is like literally one of my favorites, the Vaseline. But right now with Rona times, I'm not the biggest fan of having to stick my finger in here every time and then put it on my lips. Even though I sanitize my hands all the time, just the act of sticking my finger in there and putting it on there. I'm out and about. Sometimes you touch stuff and forget. So this is my favorite, so I will still always have one of these on deck. But in the event, you know, I don't feel comfortable sticking my finger in this, we got some more in the background. I also have this. I don't remember, I think I got this at Target, but this is the NK makeup. This is a shea butter lip treatment. It's just like a lip oil. Any lip oil will work perfectly. I haven't really met a lip oil that hasn't worked like really good for me, so you can pick whatever brand you want. And then I also have this. This is the Vaseline stick. it's just like this, and then you just up and down like that. This is my go-to if I don't have the finger, you stick your finger in Vaseline. This is also one of my go-tos. And of course, last but not least, you have to have the OG Baby Gangsta. The OG of all the lip gloss and lip oils and lip treatments. I have some Chapstick. Boom. And this one is the 8-hour moisturizer one. It has SPF 15, and I really like this one because I feel like it, you know, really gets in there and does its job. And apparently a lot of other people like this one because when I went to actually buy this, one store was sold out, the other store was sold out, and the third store I went to had one left. So of course I was able to get one. So definitely this is one that needs to be in your stash, as well as this Vaseline here. This Vaseline is really good, and any type of lip oil. Lip oil will get you through, because when I tell you the struggle of the dryness is real, it's real. So the next thing that's going to take some getting used to is eating. Okay. Eating, if you've never had braces, eating is going to be a very new experience when you first get your braces. I didn't realize just how much the food would get stuck in my brackets and my wires. It's like, yo, like this shouldn't even be stuck in there, but it is stuck in there. And it's crazy how it will get stuck in there. Sometimes food will get wrapped around the wire. Some food will get wrapped around the brace. Some food gets stuck in the bottom of your gums down here. So you'll be eating and you think you chewed and swallowed everything, but then you'll pull back your lip and you got food like all down in here. It's just, I didn't think it would be that drastic, but trust me, it's that drastic. So definitely you're going to have to change your entire diet. Adjusting to new types of foods to eat, it's a little rough, but you can do it. And if you really want something, you'll really do it. So in the beginning, I started with like macaroni and cheese, smoothies, mashed potatoes, soups, things like that. And then as it progressed, so I want to say like the first 1 to 2 weeks, I had to be all soft foods, because when I would bite down, it would be sensitive. For me, it didn't hurt. Like I talked to other people who had braces and they would be like, oh my God, my mouth hurts so bad. But for me, my mouth doesn't really hurt. It doesn't hurt like I guess some would think. Yeah, I think I just have a high tolerance for pain. So for me, it didn't really hurt. It just was more pressure and sensitive. So when I would bite down, when I first got my braces on, I would bite down like, and it would be, even right now, it's still pressure, but it's not unbearable. I can, you hear click my teeth together and it's no problem. But when I first got them on, it was like I would bite down and it would be like send a sensation through my whole jaw. So in the beginning, it was kind of rough to eat anything that wasn't soft. But then as it progressed, about the 3rd, 4th week, I was able to eat things like sandwiches, hard shell tacos, chips, all that. And what you will find is that even once you start eating those type of things again, you still have to eat them a certain way to be able to fully function with the braces. You learn how to chew different. You learn how to, you know, the placement of each food item in your mouth a certain way. You'll just adjust to whatever your body has desired, okay? With me, y'all, I absolutely love potato chips, okay? Chips are my favorite food. Shout out to my best friend, because she tells me this all the time. She always be like, girl, you know you have addiction to chips. I do. I found, for example, chewing different. I have to put the chip in my mouth, like on my tongue, and I have to crack it on the roof of my mouth instead of just straight biting the chip. So I can put the chip in, crack it on the roof of my mouth with my tongue, and it breaks it up into little pieces, and then the saliva kind of softens it a little bit, and then I can chew. And for instance, like things like chicken. Of course, you can't eat the chicken on the bone because you don't want to break your bracket. But with chicken, as long as chicken and any other type of like chewy type meat, you want to cut it up into small pieces. And then once you do chew it, I found that I still have to chew different, even if it's cut into smaller pieces. Like I will have to put it directly in the back. And then once it's in the back, instead of chewing the typical way I would chew, I have to chew the opposite direction. So you'll definitely adjust and adapt and get used to whatever works for you. And as you go along, you'll figure out what you can't eat and the things that you can't eat. Now, when it comes to drinking stuff, typically if you look at your braces instructions, it says that you need to drink water from here on out. Once you get your braces, the only liquid that you need to be drinking is water. Now, in the real world, that for someone who doesn't only drink water is kind of impossible in the beginning. Now, I am trying to get better with my water, so this is forcing me to try to get accustomed to water a little bit more. But as far as things like juice and soda, I'm not really the biggest drinker of. I am a tea drinker, a coffee drinker, and a wine drinker. Okay, we're not taking away the wine. Okay, I'm sorry. But tea, coffee, and wine all stain your teeth. Okay, they all stain your teeth. And so when it comes to stuff like that, it's gonna take some getting used to not drink that stuff. And for me, I have been upping my water game. Since there has been so much salivating in my mouth, my need for water has increased, so it's kind of been easier for me to drink water and pretty much water only. But in the event that I want coffee, tea, or wine, and in whatever case you are, if you're a soda drinker, if you are a juice drinker, when you can't resist, the best thing that I found to do is drink it through a straw. Yes, I drink my wine through a straw. I drink my coffee through a straw, but I do drink iced coffee. I don't drink hot coffee. I drink iced coffee through a straw. I drink iced tea through a straw, and I drink my wine through a straw. And I have two different straws that I use. I use either like the metal ones, or I use the reusable straws. I use one of the two. I will put some links in the description box of where you can get reusable straws, and you can get the metal straws, so you can have some straws at home and straws to take on the go with you. Straws are going to be your best friend, because if you cannot stay away from those drinks, you definitely need to drink it through a straw, because you don't want your teeth to get all stained. So like I said, I be looking crazy, but I be getting my wine and I just drink it through a straw. So let's pretend this is like some tea, some coffee, or some wine. When I drink my drink through my straw, I always put it all the way in, so the liquid doesn't get anywhere near my teeth. And I kind of, how I said I eat the chips, I put it on the roof of my mouth. I put the straw on the roof and drink, and I'm able to catch the liquid with my tongue and just swallow it. You can still taste it, but it doesn't get on your teeth. And that's another way you adjust. Just like the eating, you find ways to get what you want in, because the last thing we want is to get these braces off and have the little spots, because all the rest of our teeth are a whole different color. So yeah, now we're going to move on a little bit, and we are going to get into the hardware actually being in my mouth and some of the things that I have experienced with the hardware. The first week that I got my braces, you know, I put it on Instagram, put it all over social media, and so many people that I knew came up to me or called me or DM'd me or talked to me, and they all asked me some of the similar things. Almost everybody asked me, are the braces cutting the inside of your mouth? Because everyone that I know that has had braces has said the braces have cut all of the inside of their mouth. And for me personally, I have not experienced a whole lot of cutting of the inside of my mouth with the brackets. What actually is cutting you is, I'll show you. Let me see if I can show you. You see this? The little heart here and here, and then there's some here too. Those brackets, I believe, are for when you get the rubber bands put on. But those brackets, the little hanging part, they poke the inside of your mouth. And for me, in this first month, I haven't really experienced a whole lot of, you know, cutting and tearing in my mouth. Now, there was one particular week out of the entire month where I did. I had people tell me that the entire first month or two, their whole entire mouth was cut up. They had to use wax every day. They had to take all this ibuprofen and all these medicines to make their mouth not hurting. Me personally, I have not had that experience. I have had minor cutting in my mouth, but it's as my teeth started to move. So I want to say maybe like the 3rd week is when I really experienced like cutting. I had cutting here on this side. I had cutting on this side just a little bit on one of the brackets. That's like the ones that are right in the front. And I had cutting on this one down on the bottom just like 2 days ago. And it's only for like a day and then it'll go away. And all I do is just throw some wax on there and keep it moving. I definitely experience that again when your girl is out here talking. Y'all, I gotta talk, okay? As long as I'm not talking and I'm silent, or if I'm eating a certain thing, I've also noticed the cutting at that point when I'm eating something particular. So as I'm chewing, I guess I'm chewing a crazy kind of way and it's cutting the inside of my mouth. But like I said, that's nothing that the wax won't fix. Wax is gonna be your best friend. So whenever you're going through something like that, you just throw a little bit of wax on there and you good. Wax, make sure you get wax, okay? You can get wax from Walmart. I believe when I did first get the braces, because I thought I was gonna have so much cutting, I went to Walmart and in the toothpaste section they have the wax. You can find it over there. And I literally bought every single wax that they had on the shelf. I think I bought like 6 boxes of wax and I still have 5. Actually, I have all 6 boxes, well, 5.5, because I used half of one package and I still have actually the packet that I got from the dentist. So that just goes to show you how much wax I have not had to use in the first month. But everybody is different. Some people have to use wax every day. That just wasn't my personal experience. So that will be based on the individual, okay? And right along up there with the wax, you need to make sure that you have all of the supplies to take care of your mouth. And not just at nighttime and in the morning when you're at home. You need to have a travel kit. I have like a little traveling kit of things that I take with me. Matter of fact, let me go get it. I'm gonna show y'all. All right, I'm back, y'all. So let me show y'all what we're working with. So pretty much outside of your morning night routine, you definitely need to have a travel kit with all of your tooth essentials, whether you be at a friend's house, you be, you know, at a restaurant, at work. You always need a travel kit because no matter what you eat, if it's not liquid, it's getting caught and then braces, and you need to be able to address it wherever you're at, which is why you will need a travel kit. So in my travel kit here, I have, you know, the basic essentials. This is the little case that they gave me at the dentist, and I just kept it. And it has a toothbrush, boom. And then we have some toothpaste, boom. And then I also have some floss, boom. And then we also have this little brush, little tiny brush, simple brushes like you get in there just if you need to get something like a little quick or whatnot. And then I also bought some extra. I have some mouthwash here, and then I have some more floss. This floss is a little bit better. This is called the Super Floss by Oral-B. This floss is really good for braces because it has like, let me see if I can show you guys just a little bit. See this? Well, I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can see it. You see how it has this kind of structured stick? This is perfect for getting it in the braces, like sticking it through, because it's structured and it's not all flimsy. You can stick it through a lot easier to guide it through and pull it through. So definitely this Super Floss is a great investment because getting the floss through the braces is very important, okay? And then I also just bought some more of that, those simple brushes. You know, went to Walmart and balled out in the dental section. And then here, this is one of the other waxes that I bought. As you can see, I just used like a little, I don't know if you can see it, but I literally used just like a hair of the corner of it. You see? All the rest of it is still there. And I have 5 more of these, and then it just comes with like this little, I guess this is to take the wax on and off, because you probably can just like press it on or you could take it off. with this, because I noticed when you try to take off the wax with your fingers, sometimes it gets caught in there. So like I said, everything, you'll figure it out, okay? Don't be scared. Don't run for the hills. You'll be all right. Everything will come naturally. You just have to adjust and adapt. But definitely make sure you have your travel kit with you. These are going to be essentials because you don't want to get caught out there at a restaurant and you digging through and you trying to like rinse out with water. No, you need to have proper hygiene. Good oral hygiene is imperative when you have braces. So make sure you have your travel kit. Make sure. Now, the last thing that I experienced with these braces in my first month is crowns. When I was in the orthodontist office, when she was putting them on, she put on my braces and she goes, "Oh, is that a crown? I have a crown here on this tooth." That is a crown, which I don't even think I should have this crown, okay? I think the dentist I went to prior was shady AF, okay? And I don't even think I need this crown, especially after what I had to go through before I got my braces. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Y'all be making sure y'all go to legit dentists because there's some shade sauces out there and you don't want to get caught up. All right, that's all I got to say about that right now. But anyhow, what's done is done, and now I have a crown here. So what the orthodontist said is that whenever you have a crown, so be aware if you have a crown or something like that, whenever you have a crown, it's like glass. And basically what that means is your regular teeth have like little grooves and cuts in it, which allows the adhesive to adhere to your teeth and hold the brackets on. But when it comes to crowns, she said, yes, it's a pretty tooth, but again, it's like glass. So what happens is the adhesive just slides right off. She was right. If you have crowns, be very, 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 very careful. Because my crown, she said if I had any problems with any teeth, it was going to be the crown. And she was absolutely right. Not even a week. I didn't even make it 1 week. The bracket that's on my crown has already come off. And it's been off for like almost the whole entire month because the crown came off immediately, like within the first 5 days. I don't know exactly what day it came off, but it came off within the first 5 days, because after the 5th day is when I noticed it was off. And I noticed because I went to go eat something, and when I ate, the bracket was turned the opposite way, and you can feel it when it's not on there sitting perfectly. You can feel something like poking or sticking out. For me, I was able to flip it and place it so that it was lined back up with my tooth. It's just not attached to my tooth. So I did call the orthodontist. I explained to the situation. They said as long as it's not bothering me, I should be fine until my next orthodontist visit. So I definitely got a whole lot of questions because I need to know if this tooth is going to hold up the straightening process. If you have crowns, just be aware. You have to be extremely careful because the bracket may come off, okay? So those are all the things that I experienced. A juicy mouth, dry lips, adjusting to how I eat, figuring how to eat, how to chew different, so how to drink my drinks if I absolutely cannot survive, making sure you have the proper stuff to moisturize your lips, making sure you have a travel kit, something you definitely have to do, and just making sure you don't go crazy, because in the first 2 weeks I almost went crazy because I was like, oh, I just want to rip these things out, but can't do that, okay? Can't do that. The reward is definitely going to outweigh whatever it is that I'm going through right now with this whole experience. So we just gotta get through it, get it done, and we can spend the rest of our life with straight teeth. So we gotta just do what we gotta do right now so that we can have what we want in the end, okay? If you guys are interested in getting braces, everything that I told you, it's tolerable, okay? You can do it, you can deal with it. If you want to get braces, just get braces. Just do whatever you got to do, because like I said, the pros will definitely outweigh the cons. The results will definitely outweigh the cons. I mean, those are just some of the things that you can expect to happen, and I feel like once you're more prepared to know what's gonna happen, then you can actually tolerate, because you already knew what was going to happen. And don't be discouraged. You know, your girl over here straight 30 something with braces, but it's cool. So if you are a little bit older, don't let that deter you either from getting braces, because at first it definitely deterred me. I was like, I don't want to be a 30-something-year-old with braces, but you know what, who cares? Just live your life, do what you gotta do what makes you happy. And it's crazy because the orthodontist did tell me that when, you know, Rona hit and everything was shut down, that was the busiest that they were with people that were older, not even 30. She said there was a lot of people 40s and 50s coming in to get braces. So that just goes to show you that everybody wants to do what's right for them. So just do what's right with you. If you're reserved and you're like, I don't know if I want to have braces later in life, just do it. Even 28 years, I know like 28-year-olds that was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get braces. Just do it. Okay, just do it. Do what makes you happy. Live your life, boo. Can't nobody tell you otherwise, and you know, reap the benefits of the now. Okay. So I will keep these update videos going for you guys. My orthodontist, my first orthodontist appointment is coming up in literally like 2 weeks, like a little less than 2 weeks, maybe like a week and a half maybe. So I will definitely give you guys an update when I get my bands changed and we can see how that feels. I'll tell you guys how I'm feeling at that point, what I experienced in the first couple of weeks or so, tell you guys what they said about my crown, how to, you know, take care of the crown so we don't have it coming off again, and all of that. So thank you guys so very much for watching. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, click the bell, all that, so we can run these numbers up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.